Cut to the Chase Podcast. Guys, again, thank you very much for listening. We are back again with another episode with me and yourself. Again, thank you very much for listening. Today is the episode 15 for April 4th, 2022. Wow, I can't believe it's 2022 already. Actually, I can. I do. I can. I want this year to go by so fast, you have no idea. I want these next 2 years to go by so fast. I've never wanted so many years to go so fast than up until this point of my life, because it's just been a whirlwind of craziness. But anyways, I don't want to start off too hot, so let me just reel it back and say again to you guys, thank you for tuning in to Cut to the Chase Podcast. I'm Chase Abel, of course, your host, and this is the podcast to be on a Monday morning. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. I'm not sure what you guys did, but definitely share with somebody who cares, because I care. Like, I care, but I'm not in front of you for you to tell me so I could show you I care. So I'm just going to say, find someone who cares and tell them, because I right now I'm not equipped currently to share the same empath of your weekend, but hope it was good. Like I said, this is episode 15. I go to my website, www.chaseable.com, my Instagram @chaseable. I have everything there. So, wow, a lot to talk about on this episode. First, I want to start off by saying that this weather absolutely is terrible in Boston, Massachusetts. Woke up to it being 25 degrees out of the blue. We've been kind of having some good weather, good stretch. 45 degrees there, 50 degrees, some high 50s, had a 70 in there. I don't know where that came from. And then woke up this morning and I said it was 25 degrees on my phone. I said, what the fuck is wrong? What is going on here, man? If I almost packed up my stuff and I just almost decided just to move out of Boston today. I said, enough's enough. This is crazy. I'm getting sick and tired of cold, like spontaneous cold too. That's a different thing. Like like when you don't know it's going to be cold and it just comes out the blue. I'm already complaining, man. One day I'm going to start off with not complaining and lead into more positive stuff. But I feel like you have to get all the bullshit out the way, and then we lead out with a good positive bang. But we're still trying to figure out what the heck this podcast is going to be about. So just bear the ride. Just bear the ride. Celtics. Wow. First place. I like that. We won, we're in first place currently. We probably will listen to this after our first place seeding. So we probably, based on our history, won't be in first place by the time you hear this episode. But I'm basing this off of a current seed of the week before. We are currently in first place. So I don't know. We'll fall into anywhere between 1 and 4 and get knocked out in the first round. I don't want that to be, but because we're I think we're two really good players away, in addition to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. But this is another thing I want you guys to know. If I don't make it as a comedian, stand-up comedian, whatever, I'm gonna go into the life of that's gonna be my second thing. I'm gonna go be a coach. I want to be a basketball coach, and I don't know where I'm gonna start. I'll probably have to start off in women's field hockey first, because I need to I just gotta figure it out. I gotta see lines. I gotta see people yell. I just gotta be in that energy first for a good 8 months, and then we'll get I'll just jump into being Coach Popovich, assistant coach. That's the thing. I have that capability of just getting a job I totally don't deserve. It's I know how to interview well, and I know certain people that will get me and then I'll just get it, and people will be like, how in the world did this guy get that job? And because there's people like that, right? There's people that have ways to kind of, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? They kind of know how to snark their way, not even snark, I would say weasel their way into a particular position, or weave their way into a position. that they don't really deserve, you know, or because of a specific technicality or loophole. They know how to, you know, those people that just know how to like work the system to their advantage, and they never really put in like hard work. They just know how to put themselves. Yeah, I don't know, but like one thing that really bothers me too, and I know you guys are like getting ready for work, or you're probably listening on your way to work or at the gym. Probably at some point you guys, you know, are working and making money for yourself. The one thing I can't stand is work politics. Work politics is, I finally figured it out for myself that I can't do it. I can't play it. I don't want to play it. I have no appetite to play it. It's sucks. And I was a victim of that recently. And it reminded me that, it's, you know, corporate America is it's not for me. It's not for me. Like, I can't deal with it. I have no patience with, you know, like, you know, certain like people who can't manage. You ever had a manager that just doesn't know how to manage? They're not personable. They're very linear in their management style. And you try to come up to them and try to like evoke some type of emotion into something or passion for your job. And they're just like, nah, I don't know that. I would just do it this way. Hopefully you guys don't, you guys don't have a job like that, but I'm more than like you guys probably do. Like, I'm gonna say that most people in America hate their job, don't want to be at their job. They're doing it as a necessity, as a need, and to survive. And on top of that, not liking your job, you have to deal with, you know, people at your job that just don't know how to treat you right, you know. So, but the whole I'll go back to the work politics thing. You know, I can never be in an environment where people are just always constantly lying or weaseling their way. You know, I can't deal with it, man. Can't deal with it. And I had a perfect example. You know, I'm working, you know, if you guys don't know, I'm a stand-up comedian, obviously, and I do a podcast and I do some actor. You know, I'm an actor on paper, like, you know, on my headshot, like, but I don't want people to start pulling up reels on me out the blue. But I think, you know, I do the best I can with the time that I'm permitted. And, you know, you could always do more. But until you get to a level where you can make this a full-time job and get paid for it all the time, or very well for your talent, you have to have a job. And I have a job. So, you know, and I was planning on, you know, I was working at this job since last July. Good job. I can't tell you guys where it is because, one, you know, it just wouldn't be smart to do that. And two, I talk a lot of shit about other people on the podcast. That's for my job. So that's another thing. No, I absolutely don't. I haven't talked about anyone at my job. I've never named my job. But let's just say it's in hospitality. I mean, that's a good broad brush of in the industry that I work in. And I was expecting to get a particular schedule for my job. I was able to work this schedule Monday through Friday, 7 to 3. Wow. What a fucking schedule, dude. That's the schedule. If you're like a kind of like a blue collar person working in like like any type of job that's not like, I don't even think, whatever, even if you're corporate America, the perfect shift, in my opinion, is a 7 to 3 shift or 8 to 4. I think a 7 to 3 is ideal. But that extra half hour sleep is very, very important to me. If I had an 8 to 4, I'd probably take the 8 to 4. My point is, Chase, if you stop rambling and get back to the point, I expressed interest in the schedule that I've been working, covering for my coworker who's on maternity leave. And I was under the impression that they were going to give me that 7 to 3 shift if he was not able to come back. And then they came back and told me that, someone else expressed an interest in coming to your side of the department. So because they have a couple of years ahead of you, technicality, they're going to come in and take your shift, and you're going to have to go bump back down to a shitty shift. I almost lost it. Not okay. I didn't lose it. And let me break this down. I almost lost it not because I didn't get what I thought I would get. I got upset because of how the information was delivered to me. That's the reason why I got upset. It was kind of like a dismissive, like, hey, this is what it is, and that's it. It wasn't, there was no sympathy towards it. You know, my manager didn't say, hey, by the way, I know you expressed interest in this first shift, you know, but however, due to this technicality, this is what's happening, but, you know, I'll look out for you. So, you know, something to that effect, right? That's what a personable manager would do, right? Someone who understands, who's looking into the future, who wants to boost morale, even though they have to be the manager, the strict person, they can still, you know, they can still make it seem like they care, right? And they did it, and I was pissed because I was like, "What the?" I was like, I was like, "Here we go. I'm gonna go off the deep end. I'm gonna tell all these freaking people that they have no passion for anything. That's why they have no identity. They can't figure out what they want to do. They come into work. They bring their personal life into work. They don't have no personality, and that's why you will grow up to be alone and not come." Okay, maybe not the last part. All right, let me bring some help. Nicky Neighborhoods, what's poppin', player?
Rough week for everyone. You know, comedians are not having a great week when it comes to other jobs outside of just doing stand up.
I don't know what it is.
So you were clearly told one thing, and then it's now another thing.
And
it's not the issue is just how it was delivered. It sounds like the person that was supposed to deliver it was really kind of just blunt about it.
And then, you know, he said that after he gave me the whole spiel of how it's going to be, I just looked at him and I just couldn't respond because I was like kind of upset.
Yeah.
And also thinking in that moment, how do I react to this without making it a lot more worse?
Yeah.
And when you're in these situations, you know, you kind of want to go for the first reaction, but when you're in corporate America, you can't do that, right?
Sure.
So I just looked at my manager and he instinctively just said, "You look upset." And I said, "What?" I said, oh, this is upset for sure. You know, I don't think, you know,
good read. It's accurate read.
Right. Saying that to me is like saying to a black woman, "Hey, is that a good weave?"
Yeah. I don't know many things personally about black women, but I do know that.
Never talk about a black woman's hair.
Or touch it.
Or touch it.
At all.
You know that.
Yeah.
So,
oof.
So yeah, I got that information, and I was, bummed me out because it brought me back to my older days of being in those situations before working in like corporate America, trying to doing that thing, and it brought me back to like that's the reason why I left.
Yeah,
this is the perfect reason why I decided like, that world is not. It doesn't fit my brain anymore.
It's tough when you're used to one thing. It's really tough to go to the other.
I just can't. I can't see myself being happy doing that for 20 years.
No. You have to compartmentalize.
It's
tough to do.
Yeah. But I get that compartmentalized thing, but to what extent and to what price?
Yeah. Sure. Well.
So I'm not gonna continue to put myself in a situation. Work hard. Be promised certain things, and then, it's given to someone else.
Sure.
Due to this or that, or maybe you were late a couple times, and it's always something in corporate America. It's always something where they, unless you're like the person, it's always a ladder. It's always an uphill ladder, and one ladder at a time, So I was upset, and then I said, you know what? Let me just put my head down, do what I've been doing. Maybe something can come up again. You never know. just leave out with a good reputation at least, and then just kind of don't let it bother you. If it was meant to be, it was meant to be. So
Yeah.
The thing is, I wasn't even surprised. That's the thing. So it's like I wasn't even upset, but I was upset at the way it was delivered to me. Because I'm all about like, me, man. I'm all about like how you say things. Saying how you say things is very important.
Yeah.
On what the reaction of something's gonna be.
Yeah, that makes a good manager versus a great manager. A great manager will try to do things to. A great manager would have delivered. A great manager would have delivered that to you over lunch.
And
hey,
him paying.
let's go grab a coffee on me. Let's go grab a coffee and a bagel.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
If money's tight, I don't know. You don't know what people's situations are like, but
Word.
$10. Let's go get a coffee and a bagel. Let's sit down and unfortunately, this is not going to work out. I'm really disappointed for you, but the next opening of something that could happen,
right?
I'll take care of you.
Yeah. So something like that to that effect. It doesn't take that much to like. It just doesn't take much to understand people.
To be empathetic.
And empathy and sympathy is quite, it's
very different. It's completely different.
It's different, but at least have some sense of, just a little bit of understanding of what the other person how the other person may react. And I think a lot of problems can be easily avoided if people possessed that characteristic. But rough start to the week, the weekend ended up, finished the weekend pretty okay. Just chill, man. Just trying to chill, try to plan shit, do the podcast, book some guests for future stuff like that. Worked out, which is good.
Nice.
But yeah, the work politics thing is a real thing. Just tell me the truth. That's all I fucking want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just tell me the truth, dude. Just tell me the truth. Just tell me the fucking truth. Tell me the fucking truth. Tell me the fucking truth.
Sometimes they don't know, though. Truth. That's the thing. Like, I look at it this way. I look at it like the person that manages me, if they're not the head of the department or they're not the head of that part of the organization, they're just relaying messages from the person that's above them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just how they relay it. That's the only thing. If you're a middle manager, that's it. That's all you can do.
Sure.
Is communicate it that way.
If you was a manager, like, well, what type of manager would you be?
The exact, like what I just told you.
That guy.
I'd be like, Chase, this sucks. I'm going to be honest with you. You cannot say anything to any, because if you say, here's where I get in trouble. Like, I had an example once, right, at a job that I had where I had to like let someone know that I had to fire someone.
Yeah.
And they were like, do not say anything before the weekend.
Was he black?
No.
One win for us.
I would have said, I'm not firing anyone.
Thank you.
That's not happening.
Thank you.
You could go for it.
Right. This was in February, ironically.
No, it was not during Black History Month.
Got it.
So, but the kid just wasn't hacking it. It just wasn't in the cards. And you try, and you try. See, where managers get squirrely is when they know they haven't done anything to manage the person.
Yeah.
Did you try and talk to the person? Like, whatever. So they were like, don't say anything. So I went up to him Friday and I go, you're not gonna like to hear this, but I'm telling you so that you're prepared. It's not looking good for you. I can't give you any more information than that, but if you can read between the lines, this is probably not going to work out. So you're going to have to, go into the weekend figuring shit out.
Do you mind can you write that down? Because I'm going to use that as my template when I tell a girl when I break up with her, like right before I break up with her.
I can't say anything more than that.
I can't say anything more than this, but it's not looking good.
Just know it's not looking good. We're not in a good place, unfortunately.
Right.
The outcome is probably not going to be desirable on both ends. And whatever. So the guy was really he was very upset. In that moment, people are just going to be upset, but you have to be the one, because they're going to be upset in the moment. Then a week is going to go by, a month is going to go by. They're going to look back and go, at least Nick told me the truth. Yeah, because because you can still respect someone depending on how they do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all I'm saying. I mean, it's I'm the same person that I am off stage, same person I'm in on, like off, like
that'll give you trouble in corporate America. Unfortunately.
Yeah, like it is what it is. I mean, I'm not, this is what it is, man. I'm not selling you a dream here. You take it or leave it.
Yeah, sure. Well, hopefully somebody else gets knocked up and you can.
Yeah, I mean, the person that's actually taken that position, she's pretty hot. She's good looking. Yeah, so probably, it's probably better that she took it. Yeah.
A lot of intangibles.
A lot of intangibles. She has way more intangibles than I do.
Good collaboration.
But yeah, so yeah, like you said, bro, fucking tough week, man. Talk about, and then all
Talk to me about it,
bro. And then I'm chilling on a Sunday evening, having a good time, eating, having fun. And then I go to my phone about maybe like 2 a.m, 1 a.m, because I didn't really check Instagram like that. And then I hear the news of Will Smith and Chris Rock, bro.
He needs some milk.
I mean, so many.
I was blown away. I thought it was an art piece.
Well, what do you mean?
I thought it was like performance art. I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now?
No, see that's the thing. See, that's when I know you've never been smacked like that before. You never been in an environment where like you can see some shit.
Well, because his head, it was all flush.
I knew he smacked him because just the way he moved and how he almost swung.
Yeah,
like his hips were about to like sway, and then he stopped himself. And yeah, so if you guys haven't heard, right?
You're living under a rock.
Or probably doing something I wish I could do, which is not pay attention to social media. So I'll give you credit, guys, for this time of not. If you didn't hear this news, good. That means you're not paying attention to the crazy shit that's going on. But anyways, long story short, Will Smith at the Oscars. The Oscars obviously is that big fucking year award show for the actors of Hollywood. Will Packer actually produced it, black producer.
There you go.
There you go. And Chris Rock is a host again. People know what Chris Rock does. That's I assume the Academy knows what Chris Rock is known for. So so it's like booking. It's just you got to know who you're booking.
Yeah. But that's a good tag from a couple episodes ago. The conversation we had before.
Yeah.
Got to know who you're booking.
Yeah, got to know who you're booking. Can't complain who you're booking. Fuck. So Chris Rock makes a kind of like a hacky. I don't even say hack, but more of a.
I would say hack.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's whatever. It was a
layup. It was a soft jab.
Yeah, it's just kind of one of those things. He probably came up. I definitely he didn't plan it. I didn't seem like he planned it. It was kind of like on the whim. Mm-hmm. And he said to Jada Pinkett Smith, who was in the front row, hey, G.I. Jane 2, reference to G.I. Jane 2, because that G.I. Jane, her head was shaved. Apparently Jada didn't like it. Will initially seemed like he enjoyed himself according to the video.
He was laughing.
Period. Point blank. And then at some point it cuts to Chris Rock. I don't know what happened in between that time, but Jada must have looked at him. Jada must have looked at Will Smith. Will Smith must have looked at Jada and was like, "Oh shit, I know that look. That's the look where it's going to be a long ride home after the Oscars." And guys, whoever's out there who's in a relationship, married or long term, that look that your woman gives you when she's gonna talk to you at a later time.
I've had that many times.
Oh, I mean, I could tell.
It was actually funny because I watched this and I go, 100%. I can see where Will Smith's coming from, and it's not a place where he's not upset at Chris Rock. By the way,
yeah,
he's upset.
We're getting that.
Go.
Yeah, so. And then fucking Will walks up like a Will Smith walk does. By the way, the way he walked, the way he entered the situation and where he exited, how he walked out of the situation was pretty gangster. Not going to say
pretty Will Smith. I thought it was a movie.
The way he walked was like I thought he was doing a take. Like the way he walked away was like he had that he had the Will Smith like
the strut
swag.
Yeah, you said the strut.
Smacked the shit out of Chris Rock.
Medieval smack.
It was wow. Chris Rock took it like a champ though. Chin took it like a chin. Took it on the chin.
Chris Rock grew up in Harlem, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Okay. Chris Rock has been smacked in the face.
They're both from the
Will's from Philly. Yeah.
They both are from that culture. Let's just make that very clear. Okay. So, Will Smith smacks Chris Rock on stage in front of everyone. Also, probably millions of people, I would assume too, right? Yeah. On TV. He walks away, gets back to his seat. They have a go back and forth. Will's like, "Don't say anything about my wife." Chris Rock's like, "It's a joke." Yep. And he says it again. "Don't say anything about my wife." He's like, "Okay, I won't," or something to that effect. And then there's a pause, and then there's an acceptance. I feel like at that point,
yeah,
there's a decision that there's a fork in the road that Chris Rock, in my opinion, makes in his head. I don't know if you guys can pay attention to that, but have you ever been embarrassed so bad in front of people that the earth just stops, and your brain just kind of you don't know what to do, but you know what to do, but the thing that you want to do, you can't do it. And that's what Chris Rock, in my opinion, was like faced with. He's like, I want to react to this as a man, as someone who's wants to defend himself. But in my opinion, and I'll get your opinion, Nick, is that Chris Rock, in my opinion, took the higher road, because this is what I'm thinking. I'm not in Chris Rock's head. I never met Chris Rock, but in my opinion, if I was him and I'm thinking that situation, I'm like, there's no way I can like really react the way people should think I should react, because there's a bigger picture here, and it's a that's like in my definition of a man. And then that's right there is when people talk a lot of shit, bro. People talk a lot of shit of what they would do if they were in that situation. If I was in that situation, this is what I would do. This is that. Mm-hmm. Which the actual truth is, fucking half of the people who say that either A, never ever been in those situations before.
No.
B, would probably most likely, in my opinion, fall and wouldn't be able to handle the pressure after that as well.
No.
There's also anxiety and pressure after that fact when you make a decision in that type of energy space, right? So, but bro, what do you think about it?
And then you have to finish when you're done. You're like, I'm still on the Oscars. It's like people are still watching me.
Yeah, it's not like you're at the Boys and Girls Club talent show on a Friday night.
It's just like, give me a minute to collect myself, and everyone's like, it's 15 people. It's like,
yeah.
I just thought, listen, something's going on with Will Smith. There's something going on. So I hope he gets through it. Childhood hero. Used to love Will Smith. Still do. Still think he's a great actor. It's one of those things where it's like, everyone has a snap button, right? A snap thing, right? And for many, many years, Will has never projected to be that type of individual, right? Nope.
But we don't know Will Smith behind closed doors, right? However, in the public's eyes, he's been always pretty in the box, right? Mm-hmm. Never any crazy stories. There's always been stories about his marriage and stuff and rumors about that, but that's personal, like life. I'm talking about like, he hasn't been a troublemaker in the media, right?
No, he hasn't gotten arrested or any crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
That's why it was so surprising, of course. But like, Chris Rock, you could tell, because Chris Rock said, he's like, man, I could, and then he goes, oof, and then he moves past it, and Chris Rock was like, I could really just go through the 15 other jokes that went past the writer's room, and I just decided not to use,
right, and
destroy you in front of everyone right now.
Yeah.
And then I think he remembered that Will's probably 6'2", 6'3", probably 220.
Yeah, but Chris Rock don't care about that.
That's another thing. That's what I like about Chris Rock.
Chris Rock don't care about that.
No.
Chris Rock is not this is what people think. Do people think comedians are fucking like? A lot of people think comedians are. This is what I think. I think some people think like just because comedians they tell jokes on stage, they think they're clowns. Mm-hmm. Like they're not gonna. They're weak.
Yeah.
Like in a physical standpoint, right?
Yeah.
Like, I could be wrong, but there are like there's I've been in situations where people just because they think I'm a comedian, like I'm gonna take everything as a joke.
Yep. Yeah.
And there's all different types of comedians, man. There's silly comedians, there's funny comedians, there's silly comedians, there's serious comedians, there's like, but at the end of the day, you don't know what someone's going through. You know what I mean?
But like, here's the thing: to stay home. It's like in my head, like
I don't even think that's that. I think this, with regards to Will, I think what happened was he just he's probably just fed up of all the shit that's been happening with him,
Probably.
and it just came out. B, maybe Jada really has him whipped, right? Will,
Yeah.
By the way, Will, this is no reflection on my audition. That if me ever listen, we could work together.
We could work together. I think you would make a really good cop.
Yeah, I could.
I think you would make a really good cop.
Thank you.
In a could be a drama.
Would have to be a drama.
Would have to be a drama. I don't think you would go comedy.
I'd go comedy.
You would?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I want it to be a drama.
You could do a drama. I'll do drama. I could do drama. I'll do it.
I don't know, man. The Oscars.
That was crazy though.
Fucking, I'm just, I'm good.
What would you do if someone like this is the thing, this is another thing too I want to like really talk about. Like,
God.
see, I've been smacked before.
Yeah.
Right. And by
By a man or a woman?
I mean, my mom, like she it's the culture, things. A lot of disrespectful things I've gone through.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Disrespectful things, but
I mean, my mother.
Just saying.
Oh fuck.
But yeah, when you forget smack, man, it's very embarrassing. It's very wow.
Humiliating.
Thank you. Great assist. Yeah. So, but man, the after of that, and then Will goes up and gives his speech, and he wins the Oscar after he smacks them.
Best actor,
bro. And then he wins best actor. Then he makes this speech about him. I wasn't a fan of the speech. I mean, I definitely give credit to Serena Williams and all that shit, but but come on, man, you like. But then again,
what do you do though?
But then again, I'm not Will Smith, and I'm not in the shoes. I'm not married to Jada Pinkett. However he was feeling at the time, that's what he felt like he needed to do. I'm not saying it was right. Actually, I am saying it's not right. But if you're really going to be like really thorough, you see him after the show, and then you do.
That's what I would have done.
You feel me?
If someone made fun of my wife on stage, and it was, she's has alopecia and it's a joke about her hair, I would go up to them because maybe Chris Rock didn't know.
Yeah,
maybe he didn't know.
I mean, a lot of people didn't know. I didn't know.
I had no idea. I didn't know if it was a public thing, and I don't listen to her podcast.
I don't listen. Shots fired.
I mean, you go up after and you get him in a corner.
Well, you don't have to. You don't have to outline the fucking Jesus.
Then you stick them. Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know, man. It was something though. People are talking about the Oscars now.
Yeah, but people think it's. I guess they are.
That's it. Curious to see which comedian at a comedy club now gets who the first one is to get slapped across the face.
It's not gonna be this one.
It's not gonna be this one.
Hey guys, I'm just telling you right now, it's not gonna happen. I first of all, the type of comedy I do doesn't, in my opinion,
incredible. It
doesn't evoke that type of like anger anyways into somebody. I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't do that type of, I don't antagonize people or anything like that.
No.
But if I am saying some stuff that you don't agree with, then I don't come on stage when I'm on stage.
Please.
It's just don't do it. That's all I gotta say. Don't do it to anybody. Sit there or just walk out. That's it.
I'm trying to hear though. I want Chris Rock's follow up. I want to know what's going through his head.
Oh, his publicist is probably telling him to chill for like a little while.
Here's the thing. Chris made his money, got divorced. He doesn't give a fuck anymore.
I mean, that guy never gave a fuck even before.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but then to get that extra boost after and that extra bit of like, fuck everyone, because my wife just took half.
He's on tour with Kevin Hart. They're co-headlining a tour, an arena tour.
Could have been Kevin.
Smacking him?
Could have been Kevin that got smacked.
By who? Oh,
if he hosted.
I don't think. See, that's the thing. I don't think he would have done that.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't have.
He would, because you can't smack.
Kevin knows the game.
Chris
knows the game, but he just doesn't give a fuck. And by the way, I know them personally. That's why I'm.
What do? You sell them their dishes?
Oh,
you sell them their dishes.
I sell
with soap. Fucking
sell them First Communion jewelry in the parking lot behind the Comedy Cellar.
Do you sell them also
rugs,
incense, and rugs?
Sent them rugs and right. Beads for their car.
Yeah, but I don't know, guys. It's a weird. I mean, people are stressed. People have tension, and people are taking it out on people, man. So just be aware. If you're gonna say some shit, be aware of possible consequences. Don't be walking around thinking you could just say something. Comedians as well. Listen, comedians walk a line of free speech, and we always do, but comedians are also aware that, hey, they have to live by the consequences of what they say. But we understand that, and we take it on the chin. That's why that's why comedians are soldiers, because we take it on the chin no matter what it is. But I don't know. That was weird. And he went to the after party too, so it seemed like he forgot.
He was dancing.
He was dancing. Wow. I don't know if it's fake. That's a great fucking. I
think it is. I got a feeling that it is fake. Because his head, the way that his body and his head moved, it looked like he smacked him for sure.
So you're saying the smack wasn't fake? You're just saying that the outcome, he definitely smacked him like as if they were acting, and he smacked him, but you're saying it's not bigger than what is.
It was one of those takes where it was like, oh no, he really hit him. He committed to the bit.
But what's fake though? I understand what you're saying fake, but what do you?
The beef. I think the whole situation was like,
yeah.
Or if it wasn't like explicitly staged, it was kind of like, well, what are you going to come up and smack me?
I think it wasn't fake. I think there were two professional men. That's how professional men handle that. Professional gangsters.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that. I'm like,
professional gangsters.
You know who professionals that I think did a good job? Denzel and I'm not. I don't want to.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna go down this rabbit hole. Like, I mean, we know. I mean,
you know how I feel about Denzel. Pause.
But I don't know. Hollywood's a trip, man.
Wild.
Yeah, and also the other thing too is how the fuck can you get mad at Chris Rock telling a stupid joke about your wife when your wife went ahead and embarrassed you in public in front of the world and having sex with a R&B singer who was half her age.
One.
And again, I don't know, man. I don't know. In that situation, I don't know what I would have done. And actually, in my opinion, I would have laughed, looked at Jada, and she was pissed at me. I would be like, "Hey, I'm going to handle this. Don't worry, I got this."
Mm-hmm.
And my wife would hopefully have faith in me, knowing the fact that I would, she would trust me in that.
Sure.
But COVID's high, things are going crazy. Ukraine got to work. Gas prices are up. The Oscars was in Hollywood. Maybe the gas was too much money when they got to the car and they drove to the Oscars. Maybe they're pissed about that.
I don't know.
Maybe he smacked Chris because he spent fucking $200 to get to the Oscar.
She was already heated about the gas price getting to the Oscars.
Yeah. You don't know what's going on in California, dude. I don't know.
That's a house. That's just a house I'm glad that I'm not in. The Smiths.
The Smiths.
I'm good.
The Smiths has always been an interesting family to me because I've never been. I've just never. I never followed them, and but everything anything that I've heard about them has always been something that's been weird. some weird shit. It's always like some weird shit. It's always like Scientology shit or threesomes, polyamorous, like 10. I don't know.
I don't fuck with that shit.
It's always something that's like a little like whatever, and then it's. I'm not saying I can separate the artist from the person, right?
Same.
So, artistically, they're fantastic. Personally, I don't know them, so I can't really judge them. However, based on what I'm seeing, it's kind of like the Kardashians, right? I don't know the fucking Kardashians, but everything I've seen about the Kardashians up until this point publicly is shit that I don't fuck with.
No.
I mean, they have
fuckery.
I mean, they have great. They have great decor in their house. I fuck with that.
Oh yeah, all day long.
And the house smells good.
All the snacks.
They have great
all
snacks.
The time.
Yeah.
They're Persian. It's not Lebanese, but it's close.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wow. Wow. Trying to fucking get this podcast canceled in Alhamdulillah land. Fucking this guy.
It is what it is, you know?
Yeah. But as far as like their antics and how they operate, how they showcase their family to the world and how they look like fucking fools. It's like ridiculous to me. But anyways, yeah, I'm judgy. I don't give a fuck. I'm first of all a comedian, so I'm always gonna judge. That's number one. And number two, I don't judge people. I judge behavior. It's two different things.
It's thinking critically.
Think you're critic. That's all I'm fucking doing, guys. You do the same thing when you're eating your bonbons on a Saturday night.
Which house would you rather be? Like, if you had to awkwardly be placed in the home where it's like, oh, by the way, this is your cousin. He lives with us now. Would that be in the Smiths' house or the Kardashians' house?
So can you repeat that question?
So if you were just in some strange twist of fate, basically like, hey, you have to go live with this family. You have to be related to these people in the same house.
So you're telling me which family?
Kardashians or the Smiths?
Well, listen. There's always. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but there's a couple good-looking girls on the Kardashian side. You know that, right?
And they have an affinity.
It's cute. What? 30T? I-30? What?
They have an affinity. Affinity.
Oh, affinity.
Not infinity.
Just saying. I mean, but they would look like they would have an infinity.
They were definitely
Persian. Like Persian people like infinities.
100%.
White.
Lot going on. White gold package.
Gold package. I'm learning. Yeah, I would live with the. I can't live with the Kardashians because it's just too crazy. But, the Smiths, because
you go with the Smiths.
Yeah, because they're black.
Yeah, but see, that's a tough thing because the Kardashians really assimilate well with.
Yeah, they are too. But but the Kardashians not being like.
Then I mean, the Kardashians are not black. But they have an affinity for black culture.
Of course. Like a lot of people do. Like most people do. But I gotta go with the Smiths. I mean, come on, dude. The guy's fucking Fresh Prince from Bel Air, son.
I could see you doing well at the Smiths house too.
Oh yeah, dude.
Adding to the drama, but as a passerby. Like sprinkling your 2 cents in. And then going to the other wing of the house, but still listening in on the argument.
No, I'm going to the other wing of the house to like see what's up with Jada.
Yeah,
like that's really like there's no. I'm like, bro,
that's the angle. Okay,
come on, man. Okay. And if he's gonna get mad at me, I'd be like, hey, August, I'm better than August.
So you want to get in an entanglement,
in an infinity, yes, I want to get entanglement in an infinity with the Kardashians and Jada Pinkett Smith.
I love that.
With the gold package.
If you ask me what is the least trustworthy, and by the way, I love infinities, but every motherfucker I've seen in an infinity, I'm like, I don't know if I can trust this person. There's a vibe that infinities give off.
Infinities can be either owned by drug dealers.
Yeah.
Or a really, really nice white girl from Orange County that just graduated high school.
Yeah, that's doing it on her own.
she's working at the ice cream place during the summer, and then she works as like a lifeguard at the YMCA.
Oh, see, I was thinking like like a blender, one of those mineral blender saleswoman. She like sells cosmetics.
Oh, like was it what was that big cosmetics thing that
like
women
Mary
did?
Kay.
Nah, but what was the other one back in the days where like women sold makeup and stuff and they went door to door? Revlon? Like Revlon products?
Oh, I thought it was Mary Kay.
The only Mary Kay that I know is Mary Kay and Ashley Olsen. That's the only one I know.
Well, I don't know why we're quibbling over women's cosmetics, but it is what it is.
It's an equal.
What are you gonna do?
It's an equal podcast for men and women on this. Are you a makeup dude? If you became an actor, would you allow makeup on your face? Would you say, "Hey, are you a non?"
Yeah, I would have to. Acting? If I was on film, yeah, I would have to. I have bags under my eyes.
I mean, do you want to go back to the initial thing we were talking about makeup? Because you just said you had bags under your eyes. Maybe we can find something.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I'm a makeup guy for sure. If I'm acting,
so but you're a young guy. How you have bags? Don't get enough sleep?
No, it's because it's genetics.
Ah, okay. Can't make fun of that.
No.
Shit.
Well, you can. My wife might slap you, though.
Was she Will Smith slap me, or was she Russian Putin slap me? Because she's Russian.
I don't know which one's worse. She might Will Smith medieval slap. I'll never forget.
What do you think is a better smacker? Like angry, bitter, like an angry woman, or a scorn celebrity.
I don't know, man. I think Will Smith, if he was in the when a man slaps another man,
it's no good.
It's not good.
Hell no.
It's the ultimate sign of disrespect. Something worse, something far worse is going to happen after that.
Depends on the man, but yeah,
Yeah.
most likely it's gonna be set off.
It's not a good look. It's not a good start off though in a fight. If you're in a confrontation with someone, you lead with a slap. They might come back with something like devastating.
Yeah.
I don't like the whole women slapping men they don't know though.
No, hell no.
That's a dangerous. We've all seen the drunk girl slap the guy at the bar, and then it doesn't turn out the way that anyone thought it was going
I've
to.
seen it many times in the nightlife industry.
Oof.
So, but I don't know.
I don't condone it, but Jesus, just be careful out there.
That's all we're saying.
Keep your hands to yourself. Walk away.
Walk away. Definitely run.
Order some GoPuff.
Or hide.
Go get in a fucking entanglement.
Have you been doing some comedy?
I've been writing a lot. I haven't gone up in the last week, but
Good.
I haven't much to say, so just been writing.
Just been writing, yeah.
What about you?
I've been writing too. Been thinking about taking some time off stand up for a little bit,
Oh?
and then to just I want to write the pilot,
Oh.
and then I also want to just write. I want to write an hour. Well,
Okay.
obviously can't write an hour, but I want to write what I think is at least 45 minutes, half hour to 45 minutes.
Okay.
And then start working. Start working it.
That's fun.
Start packaging it. So but I don't know.
I got to take time off sometimes just for my mental health. This is not a rant on Boston comedy, but you know how it is, dude. When you go in some of those rooms, it breaks your soul.
Well, yeah.
It's just...
That's the other side of comedy people don't see is the
for sure.
the wait, the patient game, the waiting game, and dealing with all the bullshit that you have to deal with. Dealing with people like saying things about you, dealing with people not giving you opportunities, dealing with people who just test you, dealing with people who don't. It's always something, man. It's always something, and then you break through a little bit, and then you have like high moments, and then you don't have those high moments, and those high moments become really low moments.
Yeah.
And then they become very, very dark tunnels. But I don't know. You just got to stick with it and and stay positive, and only strong survive at this shit. You know?
Yeah.
Forget about comedy. I think anything that you are passionate about, that you really love to do, is going to be hard. It's going to be hard.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be hard. It's supposed to be hard. But I don't know. So many people think that this is just like it can do shortcuts, you know?
Yeah, and it's not worth it. It's not worth. The shortcuts feel worse when you find out that you can't do them. You feel like you're just like,
Oh, they run out.
They run out, and you're like, fuck, I actually didn't do this shit right the first time. Why the fuck why am I?
Yeah.
Now I'm 4 steps back to where I could have just been, 1 or 2 if I had just done it the right way.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the answers, but I just gotta keep it very, very, very realistic. As far as the execution, it's get up as much as you can, be authentic on and off stage, and treat people good. I don't know what else to tell you. It's people say, "Oh,
you just went in Denzel mode with me right now, like you were calming me down." I love it. Treat people good.
Treat people good.
The devil shows up when you're at your. What does he say to Will Smith? The devil shows up.
Yeah, be careful.
Highest.
Yeah, be careful of your highest moments, because something like the devil will come, at your highest moments. So, yeah, be cognizant of try to stay in control of your emotions. That's the one thing I got to work on as well. The emotions part. I think that's my next level of my next chapter in my life is controlling my emotions.
I think that's good.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's I don't know, man. Some people are really good at that. They just I'm weird. I'm in a weird space with that, because I'm like, if you don't show any emotion, and then that means in my eyes, I think it's a replication of that you don't care. And then if you don't care, then it's like, then I'm like,
No, I think you just got to stop overthinking things and operate from a space of, what's you got to read the room, you got to read the situation.
Don't you fucking tell me what to do.
Perfect example. Perfect example right there, everyone. You hold things in. And then they come out at times where it's kind of just like, I get your point, but then like, I think you probably hit. That's probably residual from 2 weeks ago when something happened that you didn't say anything about.
Right. Right. Or, 26 years. Possibly. Yeah. Right. 1993, September 4th. Who's counting? Who remembers? Not me. Anyways, but if anyone's like a therapist or someone who is a emotional counselor, is that like a Instagram
Therapist.
title?
Therapist.
Emotional. What is that called? What did I say? Emotional
Life coach. Emotional counselor. Yeah, there's a lot out there.
Imagine if I came to you and you were like, "Hey, Chase, what did you do today?" I was like, "I just came for my emotional counselor's appointment."
Well, you wouldn't say emotional counselor. Would you?
What would I say?
You like using the correct titles.
Cunt?
People. Could you imagine if you referred to your therapist as the cunt? Many people do.
No. By the way, no, it's Professor, Dr. Cunt. I would back up by
Some of them aren't doctors though. Mine's not a doctor. I got a therapist.
Yeah, he would be like, first of all, the only reason why I would say cunt, he definitely would be a guy.
You do a guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can't call my therapist the C word, and she's a female. No, that's not. She's helping me. I can't call her that.
Yeah, no.
I could call my guy therapist a cunt. For sure.
Only would see female therapists.
That's interesting, because I always will only see female masseuses.
Well, that makes sense.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was on the same page with you.
That makes sense.
All right.
And that's not shocking to me.
Okay. Care to elaborate?
Well, I mean, are the listeners shocked? That's probably the best place to start. Are you shocked that Chase would only want a female massage therapist?
Some men are good with their hands. I mean, you seem like you moisturize.
Far from it, but I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I have a personality that says you probably moisturize.
You definitely look like you have a membership to like a nails and salon. Like you have a nail salon place that you go to, but you don't, you know.
I wish. That's where my wife draws the line.
You go into a salon?
She's like, you got to be a fucking man in some aspect here.
You could be a man and get a fucking pedicure.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah. Once a month. No, she's really Russian.
She's not even that Russian. She's just part Russian. It's just easier to say Russian than it is to say Russian, Italian, Irish, French, Canadian. It's too much. How do you describe yourself?
Beautiful.
Okay, well, it's a good place to start.
And that's the only thing
Beautiful.
that matters.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Are you gonna go to Russia? Are you gonna go to? I mean,
No.
where all? Are you guys planning a trip?
You gonna go to Russia?
Just probably that's the wrong sound for
All
that.
the countries that I want to go to, like Lebanon, you can't go to. I have a very, as I'm sure you can probably relate to some of this, is like the areas in which we're from or where our heritage is from are not currently, I would say, I don't want to say the safest because I do know people that go over to Lebanon, but it's not the first place people would go to.
Okay.
Yeah. No one's like, I got to go to Lebanon.
All right.
Not like Italy or
Yeah.
Ireland.
You got to zag right, but should zag left.
Yeah.
Things of that sort. Right.
Yeah. When your neighboring country is Syria, where ISIS was invented,
Little tough.
it's tough.
Little tough. It's a little tough. A little tough to borrow sugar from the neighbor.
Yeah.
Little tough.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You probably gonna have to just not have sugar. You know.
I mean, they would probably be welcoming in the city and in Lebanon, but like again, it's just I don't explore when I go when I travel, and I it's for that reason.
Yeah.
I don't know what's around there.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, my country's. You know where. Yeah. It's. There are serious things that happen in serious places around the world.
Sure.
And a lot of people, especially Americans, especially here as Americans, like we don't know shit. We only see what like the media gives us, but people don't understand. Like they don't really understand how these people are living through this every day and generationally too. The aftermath of like war, civil war, shit like that.
I'm just thinking the other day, I was like, I didn't go grocery shop. I was thinking yesterday, I was like, I didn't go grocery shopping today. My wife's sick. Oh, what the fuck? Am I going to have to spend all this money and order food tomorrow, maybe the next day?
Yeah.
And then I just pause and go, what a fucking problem to have.
The thing is, it's good to have an appreciation. It's good. These things shouldn't make us feel guilty.
No.
But we should have a certain level of humility and appreciation.
Yeah.
A balance. Now, it's not going to be the same measure for each person.
Yeah.
It's not going to be It's not everyone's going to have the same quantity of compassion, humility, and everyone's cup is going to be different.
Yeah.
But my thing is, you don't even really have to have a lot. Just have a little bit of each, and just be like, all right, well, I always say it could always be worse. I remind myself every day when something happens that's bad for me or things are not going well, I just say to myself, it could be worse.
I always say the worst has already happened.
Well, yeah, well, I've been through the worst, so
Yeah.
that's why I said it could have been worse. Like because I've already been through so much shit that you build up a tolerance for. I don't know. You just build up a tolerance of not being fazed by things so easily.
I like the thought of you doing a little self work before getting back to comedy. I feel like that probably enjoy that. It'll be good for you. Writing.
I've done that a few times.
Yeah.
I've done it a few times in my career. Yeah. Taking breaks is very important, and you got to be honest with yourself when you do need to take those breaks, because even going like a hamster wheel, just kind of just doing the thing that you think you should be doing, it doesn't necessarily mean you're growing too.
Yeah.
Just because you're doing something all the time doesn't mean you're actually getting better at it.
No.
You could just be doing it all the time because you're just good at just doing it. But
Yeah.
Are you growing though? And what I mean by grow, like in all aspects,
Yeah.
Well,
Well.
a well-balanced thing. I think that's probably why Will Smith was missing.
I think you hit something there. I think Will needs to take some time. I just think those fucking people need to not take themselves so seriously, these actors.
I don't understand how celebrities, not to go back on it, but we will real quick. It's always funny when the celebrities fight with each other. Like millionaire celebrities fight with each other. Because it's like...
I think it's funny when you're absolutely right. But what concerns me, like I'll look at Will Smith and I'll be like, yeah, okay, like, you know, you're an actor. But you can fuck someone up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll look at like, you know, Denzel, I'll look at like, you know, other actors that have done predominantly like all these action movies and didn't grow up in it come from a place of like, you know, privilege. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, you're an actor, but you're a regular person.
You're a regular person too. Yeah. Oh yeah, Denzel, he's a regular too. Like, yeah, he's a regular dude. I did some extra work on Equalizer when he was here.
Oh wow.
And he's not a dude that you can't just walk up to him, bro.
He seems very serious.
He's serious.
Yeah.
You can't just walk up to him. Unless he knows you, you're good. But like, you can't just walk up to Denzel. Hi. Go do that. Go just
You're
walk
gonna get in an entanglement.
Jamie Foxx has a thing where he did that one time and he didn't know he was like Jamie Foxx, and he just gave him a little stiff arm to the throat. Like, and it's these guys listen, they're around the way. Just because they're not around the way anymore, but they are still around the way.
I'm just excited to kind of see. And when I say excited, I'm curious to see what comes from this whole thing.
I don't know. I think it's all just the same story, different faces, in my opinion. Same story, different faces, you know? People get mad at each other, people fight, they go back, they pretend they love each other, but they actually really hate each other, really. It's always this constant circle of... That's one thing I believe we as humans are getting better at getting, hopefully, well, it's kind of debatable now because there's a war going on. I was going to say we're getting better at getting to know each other, but that's full of shit.
I think people need to be more encouraged, though. I think people need to just be... It doesn't take much to just be a little bit more encouraged about things. It's just, you know, there's a lot to be encouraged about.
Yeah. You don't have to wait to go to hell. I mean, to go to heaven when you die. You know, you can make your heaven right now. Make your own world. Make your own thing. You know, create your own positive space, your own positive heaven, you know, or whatever it is, or the space that you feel good, you know.
Get off social media, please.
Get off. Yeah, well, yeah, get off that. But definitely don't get off. Definitely subscribe to me, and don't get off social media.
Not that Chase Abel on Instagram.
Yeah, but yeah. People need an outlet, man. People need to find. It's gonna be interesting. These next couple of years are gonna be interesting because you know with everything. The prices being up, inflation, you know, it's really, it's weird. We've been doing it for 3 years though. We're
going to be going into a recession. I'm convinced.
All right. So I can buy the car. Oh, okay. So I can buy the car then.
Buy it then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're going to go into a recession because we're spending more than we make.
Nice.
There's other countries that we're not treating well and that quite frankly don't treat us or anybody as their own citizens well. And I think it's going to come to a head in the next year to 2 years from everything that I'm reading and listening to, which is not a lot and not, you have a gut feeling. And you're like, this feels like right before the party gets like broken up. That's the vibe I'm getting. So that's when you should buy a car. Pay cash.
Cut to the Chase podcast, guys, every Monday, and a couple bonus episodes. Definitely subscribe to me at Chase Abel on Instagram. Definitely check out the episodes there. I agree with you, Nick. I didn't want to miss your point, but yeah, it's interesting because at some point when you don't. Like you said, things build up, and if you don't tackle or handle certain things when they need to be, you know, it can blow up in your face. You know, and I think a lot of it, that's what's happening now. People are just tired of people being mistreated or feeling mistreated, letting people, you know, passively kind of treat them. I mean, it's just, you know, all these, just people are just fed up in all different areas, and they're reacting.
Yeah, dude.
And they're reacting.
Everyone's reacting.
Everyone's reacting.
Everyone's fucking reacting, man. It's
but
wild.
But it's crazy though. But we got to be careful though, because the one thing I told you before, I think I might have told you or somebody else. I was like, the one thing you can count on is that humans are always great at consistently fucking shit up.
Oh God, yeah. Well, especially like we don't have a good culture in this society.
First of all, why did you? I don't even know why you're sounding like you're talking to me like a Spotify, like soundboard. I mean, well, like the way you just said it was like the fuck. You're like,
I don't give a fuck. We're having fun.
Yeah, but you're just like, I know the.
That was very NPR.
It was very NPR. Very like it calmed me down for a second, actually. Yeah, but I agree with you. You know, we fuck shit up and we treat people like shit and we continue to do it and we try to justify it.
You just did it right there. You did the NPR. Just work, for Christ's sake, and just focus on the day. It's great.
Are you being Kardashian now when she told everyone to work?
No, yeah, I am. And guess what? She had a silver spoon up her ass before but then she kept working and turned it into like 1,000 silver spoons.
You know what's funny? If you stood next to them when she was saying that message, I'd be like, wow, he's part of that fucking family too.
And I grabbed the mic and I'm like, Kim, hold on. First of all, Kim, listen, these motherfuckers don't give a shit. Doesn't matter where you're from. Doesn't matter if you have a silver spoon in your mouth. Work.
If you told
now
me
I gotta go get my Infinity serviced.
If you had told me you were Kim Kardashian's brother, I'd be like, ugh, he is. Like, I'd be like,
in like all the wrong, in like all the like discouraging ways possible.
You'd have like the same company as her brother did, that fucking sock company.
Some stupid fucking thing where it's just like, hey, I'm trying to help people, but I'm not. The product sucks.
They rolled it out, and I don't know what's that. Is that kid okay? Like, where's Rob Kardashian?
Rob Kardashian has the same approach to his merch in his life as I did at the We're Friends Now podcast. He did it for like a year, and then it was like, no, I'm not having fun at this anymore. I'm gonna fade into the sunset, and people are gonna be like, so is that a new episode coming out, or what's? Nope, never.
Kind of like Brody Jenner, right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
he was like the hot ticket for. I mean, he's still a handsome guy. He's still whatever, but he's kind of now he's DJing now.
Yeah, I was just about to say all the people in that circle. The one thing positive I can say, they work. They have to be relevant somehow. And that's through just working. Be a DJ, own a store, whatever.
I guess. What do I got to do? I don't know. I know what I can do. The only thing I can do is stay consistent. And that's staying consistent with this podcast, which we have been doing up until this point, and it's been very, very fun. So that is what I'll promise to myself, is try to stay consistent with this podcast by just giving you guys episodes to listen to, and hopefully you enjoy it. And I have some guests coming up, and we're gonna get that going. I keep saying we're gonna get the fucking YouTube thing. I'm definitely gonna get this shit this week.
It's up.
Yeah, it is up actually. Right,
it's
up.
Just not doesn't it's just have
not
videos.
Up. Yeah.
It's just not running. It's just not functioning.
We're getting it, dude. We're fucking getting it. Yeah. Nick's been helping me with that, so we're definitely gonna get that up. We'll get some visual content up there. Listen, fucking send me some messages, guys. Let me feel. I want to hear you.
Dude, do like polls or like questions on Instagram.
All right.
That's you got to. It's not fun. It's not fun to have an engagement with your fans, but that's the way I think.
No, I enjoy it. I'm getting used. I'm embracing the whole new wave of like social media and digital marketing and getting myself out there and connecting, and I just don't want to be corny with it. You know, don't want to be
Yeah.
like, hey, what's going on, guys? Here's Chipotle here, and they have guacamole.
You're so in the Smith house. You're so in the Smith house. It's crazy. Only someone in the Smith house would say guacamole.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. I don't know if you've noticed. I say things that don't really intertwine. It's not the correct way, but people kind of get what I'm saying. And then that's all I care. As long as you get what I'm saying. Doesn't need to be packaged in a ribbon or in a bow. Is it in a ribbon or on a ribbon? What's the correct?
Doesn't need to be packaged with a ribbon.
Okay.
Doesn't need to be wrapped in a ribbon.
Doesn't need to be wrapped in a ribbon. Got it. See, this is a fucking comedy podcast, sports podcast, humor podcast, a grammar podcast.
Get with it.
You know, before I leave, I want to pay homage to one of the best films that ever was created, and the anniversary of it was yesterday. 23 years, if I'm not mistaken. It's so Wesley Snipes, Rosie Perez, Woody Harrelson reunited at the 2022 Academy Awards on the 30th anniversary for which movie, sir?
White Men Can't Jump.
Woo! That's right. White Man Can't Jump. One of the best movies of all time. 1992. Man. Woody Harrelson, Wesley Snipes, Rosie Perez.
And a great soundtrack.
Oh, listen, 90s, man. Remember movies back then? If they had a movie, the soundtracks was the thing, right? So, guys, check that movie out if you guys are too young and to know what I'm talking about, which I'm sure there's a few out there. White Man Can't Jump. It's just a great movie. It's a great 90s flick, and
That's a good Halloween costume for us.
all right, I don't know.
I'm done for the podcast. Pain on my side, go follow me. And please go and check out the Cut to the Chase podcast episodes. This is episode 15. We'll have the YouTube up probably within the next month.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Follow me also, guys, at Chase Abel, ChasCabel on Instagram, www.chaseabel.com. Cut to the Chase podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you find podcasts. And like Nick said, we'll get the YouTube up very, very soon. Guys, it's been fantastic. Thank you very much for listening. Don't smack anybody. Keep your hands in your pocket. And be good. We'll see you soon. Peace.